Hello everybody, my name is CJ and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial video. Now, this video is going to be based on it's a building idea slash how to plan the building stuff, sort of, if that makes any sense. Also, before we do start, I want to make sure that anybody who watches my videos, make sure you are subscribed and you make sure you turn on notifications and leave a like, as I noticed that most people who watch my videos are not subscribed. A very small percentage of you are subscribed. Also, yes, I'm playing the new snapshot. You can see an axolotl literally swimming behind me in the ocean. I just noticed that little guy. But we're working on this project, and this here is actually going to lead me to my first point. First thing you do when building, mainly in survival mode, you're going to need, if you want to build anything big in survival mode, especially something like this size that's going to be very tall, and if you want to make it huge like this thing is going to be, you're going to need to gather a lot of resources. So if you want to build something like this in survival mode, make sure you have lots and lots and lots and lots of resources. I would suggest not taking on a project like this until you're very late in the game. I would say suggest not taking on a project like this until you have at least maybe iron or diamond tools, maybe even netherite tools. I would suggest having enchanted tools mainly. I would suggest having a pretty solid base to begin with, like a very solid survival base before you start attempting to build like a mega base or anything like that, because you're going to need a lot of resources as it gets very expensive very fast. Like this building here probably has already 4 to 6 stacks of wood in it alone, or probably 4 stacks of wood in it, maybe even more. And it's just this section. This is just one section. So, point 1, make sure you have plenty of resources, which is why I recommend creative mode, which is why I'm in creative mode. But, moving on to what this project is, or what we want to plan this project to be, or how you plan a project. Now, I planned this in my head. I kind of just came with that idea. I was like, what do I want to do for a building? Why don't we do, like, a windmill-powered crane, or like a steampunk-style crane. So this building is going to be like this place is going to be like a medieval steampunk-esque building. So we have to kind of design, well, the layers. We want these layers to look like. So each layer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Each layer is 7 blocks tall. Now, actually, what do we want to ring the interior with? We need a ring. We need to do like a ring of some sort. Something. And it's not going to really matter if this building doesn't have an interior. I mean, it might have an interior, but really it's going to be just a giant loading crane that just loads stuff off of the ship port that's going to be here. What we're looking at. This area here will be a ship port, but that's besides the point. Okay, well, we'll get nighttime at some point, but that's okay. We need to now look, also, yes, we can use blocks like this. We need to now look for a suitable block for the interior, and that's also another thing we need to think about is, well, what kind of blocks do you want to use? I'm kind of tempted to use like a light block and like the center here. So if we wait, that's not how you want it like this. So here to do like this. This splits the floor in half. This splits each level in half. I don't know if I like that. Maybe we just go for a decorative pattern, I don't know. Take like cut sandstone slabs or whatever, we just, decoratively do like that. You can add like something behind it or something like that, I don't know. That's one thing you need to figure out is details. I do know for a fact that I want to make this a detailed section, detailed, so we need to just, first of all, build out kind of what outline. I would recommend going for an outline first, because outlines are super easy to do, and it kind of helps you plan it essentially helps plan the rest of the build and what you want to look for, and also what you want your building to look like. So, tip number 2 I would recommend is starting with like a plan or something like this. Like, see what I'm doing here? I plan on putting some sort of line of color in the middle there, possibly like stone or something. But now we gotta go up by 7 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the final height for each layer. So we make sure that each layer is this high. Then we go and fill it in. And then we'll detail the walls later at a later point. But for now, this is kind of where it is. So, for now, we are going to skip ahead a little bit, and I will catch up to you guys. Well, I will catch up to you guys when I'm finished building this section here, or finish building the next 2 sections, I think. I'll come back when I finish building the next 2 sections. I'll be back. Alright, we are back, and you can see, well, I didn't just finish 2 layers, I did actually 5, or 4 different more layers, making this total thing 5 layers tall. But the reason I had to do that is because I realized just kind of how significant the scale of this thing kind of needs to be. It needs to be pretty dang big. So I had to increase the scale of it. That's also another thing that you need to think about. Scale. How big do you want to go? Well, for me, I went pretty dang big. And of course, I incorporated the layer separation at each layer. And of course, there'll be layer separation up here. There'll be a dome up here. Like, this will be edged off with probably some stone. Maybe some stone. I actually think we might go for either stone, regular stone. Honestly, let's try a regular. Can't speak English. Regular stone. And it doesn't matter how messy the inside looks, because the inside is not going to be shown. Obviously, it's the inside. I mean, what does that mean? That means, yeah, you know what it means. That's the nice thing about, like, structure like this. That looks like this. Also, you get out of here. Go away. I need to turn this. Freaking difficulty peaceful. You're really the dinguses. How does the stone look? Not too. Honestly, it does not look too bad. Kind of gives it a mechanical like appearance, which is kind of cool. We can go around and maybe add in some more stuff, possibly. But I think for now, I'm going to finish the details, and I will once again see you when the details are finished. So, jump cut real quick. Cut complete, and the details are all done. Look at that. We have all 4 rings of stone now completed. They all look pretty nice. I actually think they look very nice. So, that adds kind of a nice little detail to it. It looks nice. Looks pretty amazing. And we can go in later and add, you know, maybe some fences in there, break up some of the details and stuff like that. But for now, this is kind of where it's at, the point where I like it right now. So I kind of want to start working on the crane section. Well, we're going to use spruce, I believe, for this crane. So we need to figure out first where the top part of the crane sits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We'll do about a 21, a large crane. And this thing is supposed to swivel too. Like, so where the crane is attached, actually, up here in this area, there'll be like a, well, up here it'd be like, in reality, I should have done that. We'll fix this. Alright, we'll do this the way I was supposed to, because I did it like 1 block too low. Let me fix this real quick. But the reason this is supposed to look like this is because it's supposed to rotate supposed to swivel in between these 2 points down here. So down here will be another anchor point. There. So down there will be 2 anchor points there. The whole top. So there's like a little track that runs along here, and this crane swivels up and out of the way, or it swivels around and out of the way. All right. All right, and we are back. Well, as you can see, I have added once again more to the giant crane windmill hybrid, but I've finished the crane for the most part, at least the actual crane mechanism itself here, but I've yet to finish the rotating cog that we need to, as well as the upper part for the windmill, and that'll be done in tomorrow's episode. This is going to be part 1 of like 2 or maybe 3 parts of building this massive structure, and then we'll move on to the rest of the, I guess you could say, city. But the fact that we're here right now brings me to my third and final point of this video, or tip of this video, is make sure you set aside enough time to build something like this. Because I'm going to take a look actually at my time. How long have I been recording for? About 44 minutes. I've been recording for 44 minutes, and this is what I've gotten done. In 44 minutes, I have managed to build this structure, and I'll probably put in another 20 to 30 minutes off screen of just building the dome and everything else, probably, and I'll save it for tomorrow. But you can see, yeah, it takes a lot of time. I've spent well over half an hour, almost close to an hour on this project. I thought it actually had been longer. Turns out it hasn't been nearly as long as I thought it would be. But, yeah, it takes a while. It definitely does. But, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe, turn notifications, leave a like down below, and comment down below also what your favorite part of this video was. And tell me if this video was actually helpful or not. Did you actually find the tips that I gave you helpful? Or did you find them, maybe they weren't so helpful. You maybe already knew them, or something like that. But yeah, this thing is going to be one heck of a project. It's going to be something, but it's going to be pretty amazing when I'm done with it and finished, and I'll be very happy when it gets done. And it's kind of the gratifying experience of making something like this. But as always, my name is CJ. This has been another Minecraft video, and I hope you guys did all enjoy, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.